Welcome to the Games Freezer.
Hello, this is Richard from the Games Freezer, and this is going to be our 10-minute taster for a game called SHU. SHU. It's a great little game out on PS4. The reason I've got a review copy of this is because it's going to come out on Vita very soon. So this is a game that kind of bypassed me first time round when it came out on the PS4. I think around October last year, October 2016. So yeah, it was good to get a go on this one actually. So I thought I'd play you in from the intro. So the story is about this sort of impending doom that seems to be coming to a little town of bird-like creatures, I think I want to say. As you can see here, the rains are coming. This old man has kind of predicted this by the looks of things, and here comes the demon that takes his life away as the old man stands up to him. And SHU, being the titular hero, is now left to gather up his people and friends from the town after the death of the old man, and I believe your mission is to kind of defeat this darkness as it comes after you. Lovely art style on this game, brilliant art style, really nice. Like a pastel shades, kind of Journey-esque maybe, you know, you can see it's kind of watercolour arts, really nice. A pleasure to look at. And I've always liked platform games, you know. I've maybe neglected them slightly over the years as I've got more and more into open world games, but really my origins of gaming have always been platforming games from the Wonder Boy days, etc. So let's get stuck into the game. Okay, so those bell type checkpoints will allow you to go back to that point as a normal checkpoint would work in any platformer. So as soon as you get to them, you can activate that. You collect these kind of butterflies as you go through, you know, usual kind of stuff. This is me trying to get into that little hut. You can't get into those huts, they're purely for decoration, but they look nice. Got a lovely feel to it. When you play this game, you'll feel it feels fluid. You know, it's kind of floaty when you jump. You've got like a kind of hang time in there, but that kind of goes with the character as well. He's a light little character, nimble on his feet. And it's introducing this R1 mechanic on this next jump. So I think I was trying to see if I would bounce, but yeah. So what I should have done there was press R1 and drifted down. So let's go back. This is my first playthrough ever, so I'm just trying to get used to the mechanics. Here we go. Oh, why am I not pressing R1 there? Let's have another go. Right. Okay, in position. Getting used to the... That's it. So yeah, you kind of stretch out your wings and glide down. Because I missed time that, I ended up not making the larger platform. But yeah, you'll use that quite a lot. So this updraft, if you press R1 as you jump into the updraft, you get taken on the updraft. And vice versa on the downdraft as well. Whee! And ideally you'd ride those drafts, updrafts, downdrafts, to progress yourself through without having to stop. So you're collecting all the butterflies as you go through. It's a good tutorial level. Gets you a really good feel for the mechanics, and ideally the jumping. For me, that was the thing that took a little while to get used to, because the jumping's kind of, like I say, light and airy. There's another checkpoint. I've got these bouncer kind of odd looking creature things that you can bounce on. And later on you'll in the next level you actually get to utilise a friend to make those jumps even higher. So that's another good part of this game. As you go through, you won't see it on this level, but on later levels you'll pick up friends from the town, hold their hands and utilise some of their powers to assist you in progressing through the levels. So it's a pretty cool little touch, and you're kind of leading them through, leading them to safety ultimately. So that's a nice touch. But as you can see, these levels are so well made, like well coloured, really draw you in. It's essentially it's a simple platformer, but it kind of got me. It's charming and it's a pleasure to play. There's lots of hidden bits, collectibles for you to sort of go in and locate. Main ones obviously being the butterflies, but then there's other sort of parchment pieces and items scattered throughout the levels, and these little creatures that you'll have to collect as well. So again, it's giving you a reason to replay those levels, which is a good thing in my opinion. I like that. A lot of people don't like collectathon type games, but I do. I think they're really cool. Again, it gives you opportunities to replay a level from a different perspective because you're looking for something else to complete that level rather than just going from left to right. So you get to use the vertical axis as well to sort of search out in high places what you may have missed first time. So here you're taking yourself through, just collecting up the butterflies. I think I was trying to get all of the butterflies on this run through. It's my first run through. I mean, there's nothing here too challenging. As you can see on the right hand side there's a little creature. Don't know if I'll get him on this playthrough because I may not have noticed him, but yeah, just on the right hand side I must have noticed him from that. So how do I get to him? Well, pretty simple really. Bounce up to him, got him. So look, as you can see there's 6 to collect on this level. If I'd have used my glide at that point, that would have made it easier for me. Let's have a look down here, get some more butterflies. It's a satisfying feeling jumping on those bouncers. It's really cool. And there's my next checkpoint reached. There we go, that's more like it. Float down, brilliant. Use your float, that's it. Lovely stuff. So that'll become second nature eventually of using the float. Now here we go. Let's jump on one of these cool spinning wheels. That's it. Checkpoint reached. Marvellous stuff. Great musical score in the background there. Not very obstructive or obtrusive into your playthrough, but it's a nice, gentle, calming background music for the first level. A nice chain of these bouncers for me to negotiate. I say this level does a good job of introducing you to these mechanics without a formal tutorial, which I like. I'm not really one for tutorials, but if it's done in this way, where you're just nudged along and told the key things from the first level, then that's enough for me. Or you could even go old school and just not tell people what you've got to do, you know, as I've seen from playing some of the older games on the remakes, such as your Wonder Boys. You just get thrown in there and then get on with it. It's tough from the start, but this is a modern day platformer, and yeah, really well made. Great stuff. Got a lot of butterflies on this level. I think I've only missed one. Another little creature, so that's 3 out of the 6. I think it was only at that point that I realised that I should be actually looking for these creatures as I go through, because I wasn't actively looking for them. But again, it gives you another reason to replay it. Alright, so what happens next? Oh, here we go. So this last part of the level is obviously the chase part. But rather than fighting an end of level boss, you've got to get away from this destructive wheel. Oh. So it's all about timing your jumps, getting your floats in at the right time. Because you got that checkpoint there, it's not too frustrating if you foul. It's actually quite fun trying it, even dying, seeing how you cope with escaping. Come on in, go on. Oh, too slow. So each time you go back to a checkpoint, one of those bells falls off. So you'll only get limited times that you can continue from that checkpoint. Basically, they are continues. But I thought it was a nice little touch each time one of those bells falling off. And I've got the lead on this wheel now, so hopefully I can outrun him. Here we go. Come on. Oh no, wrong turn. So really what I should have done is let it go over the top of me. So hopefully learning from that experience, should be able to outrun it this time and hide. Again, a nice touch. I mean, oh god. A normal, like a level design, maybe a lazy level design would have led you to just to outrun it and then the wheel falls down a hole, you know. But yeah, you get like a moment to use your brain, let's say, after outrunning the wheel. Let's see if I can use my brain this time. That's good, that's good. Here we go. See where we get to. Yes! Outsmarted it. Brilliant. Excellent stuff. So that brings me to the end of the level. Once again, a great game. You need to go and check it out. If you love platformers, you love old school platformers, this is your one. So this is Richard from Games Freezer. Check it out.
www.gamesfreezer.eu